Hello, beautiful Pisces. Thank you very much for being here. So, structuring with you is not easy in December, and as we are now approaching solstice, I'm sort of seeing you as someone who is not quite ready yet to understand that which you do truly impacts us. How you say what you say, how you look at us, how you vulnerabilize yourself or another in front of you is really, really strong, and it does matter. It actually matters most where you don't think it matters at all. How you throw away a word to the air, how you throw away a comment, or how you make believe. For you, perhaps feels very, very intangible and minuscule, but for us all, it actually means a lot more than you think. You can hold within your body a greater capacity for pleasure than you think. You can already perhaps understand and see and envision how little you have to do to really pull in the big win, or the new frontier, or the new sense of mind. You can probably already see that you're a puppeteer and we're puppets on your strings, or you might already become very, very curious and very, very also deliberate with how little you have to do, and how much impact and how much force you have in your world here and now. But the one thing that I feel you might be missing in January is empathy in future. Future that comes from trust and true capacity of the heart. So if you don't have any empathy, if you don't have any human capacity, what you might generate is futile, frivolous, or not free. You can pull that person in, but they can walk out again. You can push a button and out comes something you want, but it also stays around just for a very short time, or for a long time, but it loses its flavor. So how much passion, how much heart, and how much will have you got within you, and how much light are you actually willing to share? But also beyond it, what are the blueprints of your life? Like, I know it's a big call, but the blueprints of your life are coming true. Perhaps what you generated a month ago isn't here yet, but what you've generated 7 or 8 years ago is starting to come true. It's starting to come real. It's like the promised days, the promised time. It is like the promised person, or the promised continuum. And it sucks because sometimes you do not want to be you when you recognize what you can actually generate, and how foolish you were and wishing for it in the first place, or how foolish you are now and not really trying to contend with your ego enough to accept. So there is a passionless or a passive energy here overtaking. There could be a desire to destroy what you've come to realize, and there can also be a discompassionate feeling towards the all, and also a strange coldness, a cruelness towards even God, So one of the best things is you are tested here, you guys, is not to give or take without meaning, to realize when you are not feeling your own, when you are feeling that you are a puppet, or when you are yourself on a string. It is also very good to treat this Jupiter-Venus conjunction with full compassion and heart. There might be somebody in front of you that is just dying to connect, and there's also perhaps somebody who is no longer wanting to. There could also be compassionate thoughts and feelings that other people have that do not share your values or views. And also compassion can become a mirror of the family, or a mirror image of your future and the future versions of you. Compassion, humility, kindness, generosity, recognizing and realizing how far you've come, also realizing and recognizing how far another person can go, can truly mean the world to them, as well. So please touch people with respect, touch life and creation with greater relevance and reverence than usual, and also please become free of any kind of stoic conditioning that you have about us, about how far we've gone with you, or how little we've done. It is very, very easy here to be a pirate and to chop heads and to watch heads roll as you become somebody perhaps very, very disembodied and beyond the current now. Any disembodied state should be avoided. Meditation, also any kind of pragmatic situation with sexuality, with people, misconception of people, misunderstanding of family, misconception of erotic materials, misconception of truth, and fiction, and the need for religion or dogma to rule it all. It is very, very easy here to get stuck and to get obsessed, only to find out that by the end of Jan, what you had in mind and what you were playing with like a cat and mouse could be yours for real, but you will not probably want it until you see what it means and if you're wasting too much time or spending too much time speculating over your previously created or mended realities, you can miss you and become someone else. And perhaps, yeah, for some of you guys, it'll be someone better. But it actually does feel to me that with this particular compassionate time, that you perhaps can take it or leave it or be very confused about what it all means to you. It is super, super nice and obvious just to be real and get with the program. No matter who you're dealing with, please reassociate with your heart, reassociate with your center, with your soul, with your vulnerability, with your compassion, your kindness, and your skill with us all during this time. Truly, it truly is immense. So thank you very much, Pisces. Enjoy this amazing beginning of the numerical year. Love yourself, love your heart, love your elders, love your children, love your higher ups, love your employees, employers, whoever. Just please commit and be reasonable and enjoy this month ahead. And if you'd like to know more about me or check out my books or get a reading, please check out the links below and sign to my Patreon. Thanks a lot.